What are the top five stocks that's making you money right now?
Top 5. So I told you Disney.
Okay.
That's the one helping the foundation.
Okay.
It went down quite a bit, but it's still a healthy company.
Okay.
So I believe in it. Then Nvidia. Right now it's shooting to the moon because of AI.
Yeah.
But I think AI is a thing, and we should be involved in it.
Right.
But I think you should have to have some protection, as I said.
Yeah.
It's shot up the last few months, so put in some protection. But I do like it. When it starts coming down, I've invested a little bit.
Okay.
Like it. Meta actually just announced a dividend.
What?
So if you invest in Meta stocks, they actually, I think it just passed. They gave 50 cents for every stock that you own, every share.
Wow.
So a lot of people are making some good money from owning Meta shares.
Okay.
And I think they're going to start doing that quarterly.
Okay.
So I think that's a nice one, especially for the people in trade and travel that are doing just stocks.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Another one that I like is Google. So there's this line of all the tech stocks that are kind of adjacent to AI.
Okay.
So there's like Microsoft, Google, like they're just doing really well. And I think like if you have some, that's a nice place to be.
Okay.
But one that people don't hear me talk about is Chipotle.
Chipotle, the food?
Yes. Do you know their stock is over $2,000?
What?
And after the virus they had a long time ago was like 300 something.
What?
But they just announced a stock split. And often after a stock split, the stock will come down a little bit, you can get it, and then it'll go back up. So after it splits, I think they're doing like a 50-for-1 stock split, something like that. Look it up, y'all. Always look up when people tell you stuff. But I like that. I haven't been able to invest in it because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But technically the value stays the same in a stock split, but you can get more shares when it splits.
So
That's one to consider.
So when it splits, are you going to jump in on it?
I've liked them for a long time.
Yeah. But Chipotle, they're in the S&P 500.
I think they just got moved into one of the index.
I think so. I think so. I need to look into that. Off of those 5 stocks, those are for you. But I'm curious, as an investor, how do you choose the stocks that you're going to invest in? Because we have people watching right now and they're saying, okay, Teri, I have an extra $1,000, $1,500. You know, how do I choose and select where I want to invest this money? I got an extra $20,000. Like, what should I do? Do I just stick to the top 10 companies? Do I align myself with companies that I align myself with? And one of the things, another one of my friends, he's a active investor as well. He's looking for companies that are like really, really low, but looking at their projection down the road.
See, I don't have enough time for that because I actively invest. I need it to move within a year.
I got
right?
you. Right.
So if I'm looking at your trajectory 5 years from now, I won't own the stock anymore. So it's an active thing for me. So I'm looking at stocks that move at least $1 in a day. Because I'm trying to make money on a daily, weekly, monthly basis.
That's
so it needs
good.
to move.
That's good.
I'm looking at stocks that are healthy.
Okay.
So when their earnings come out, earnings are just the company tells you how they're doing every quarter, once a quarter. Is the company doing well? If they say yes, then I'll look at that company.
Okay.
A good tool for this is earningwhispers.com.
Okay.
On Instagram, or not even .com, on Instagram, they have these charts of when companies are reporting their earnings, excuse me.
Okay.
Great tool.
Wow.
So look at, is it a healthy company? And then lastly, I tend to choose companies that have been on an uptrend.
Okay.
I want you to be doing well so that when I invest in you, in a week I can sell and make some money and then go on my trip, make $1,000, go on my trip and have a great time, right?
I love that.
But I've been investing in about 30 companies for a long time. And actually, you know what, Anthony, I'll give you that gift. Anybody who does sign up for the challenge, through you, I'll go ahead and give them my watch list. They can have all 30 companies.
Wow.
Yeah, because those companies, I've been trading 14 years. Most of them, I've been trading those.
Wow.
And they've done really well.
So listen, you guys, go to tradeandtravel.com/Anthony. Take your first trade challenge is happening in April 15th through
The 19th.
The 19th. I'm speaking on April 15th. We have some other great speakers who's going to be there, but really it's all Teri teaching you how to take your first trade and really how to start really how to safely do it and wisely do it, right? To where you can start adding to your portfolio. This is going to be on top of your savings. This is going to be on top of the 15% that you invest throughout the year. This is really going to set the bar for your financial future, and I'm excited about it. So go to tradingtravel.com/Anthony.
And if somebody sees this after the 14th, I want them to know that there are recordings for the VIPs.
Okay.
So even if you see this after, you're like, oh my God, I missed it. The link should still work. They can still get it.
Still
afterwards.
see it. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
You know, Teri, one of the things that I'm really doing is everything I'm doing now financially has to align with my long-term vision. So you traded, and that's impacting your foundation, right? Which is amazing. $1 million in your foundation raised by trading and using the power of compound interest and investments. That's so dope. But how does investing align with other long-term visions for yourself? You know, one of the things that I'm doing is I don't have any kids. Don't know if I'm gonna have any. So, but a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Even though I don't have children, I have nephews and I have a niece. And now everything in my portfolio, I would say 70% of it, if I was to pass it, it goes to them. Because I want to make sure that I pass down my legacy. Yep. And I'm thinking about this at 40 with no kids, with no wife. I'm curious, how does investing for you align with your long-term goals? One of the things I'm doing, Teri, I haven't told you this. Well, I did tell you this, but I got some property in Dubai.
Yeah.
And 45, I'm moving to Dubai for a whole year. I'm going to live in Dubai for a whole year.
Okay, I love Dubai, by the way.
I love Dubai too, right? And I was like, okay, because I mean, I just feel as if like, man, wow. Like, when we got there, it was like, I spent that first night, I just walked around. And I know all y'all went to get something to eat. But when I got there, I felt this nudge on my spirit, like, God is exposing me to more. And when I walked, I said, well, God, I didn't know this kind of stuff exists. And I'm like, I think sometimes we're so blinded by the world that we're in, and we don't realize that God built so much. And I said, God, I'm going to be a better steward of my money, because when I want to come live out of the country, I want to be married, and I want to live in a place that I've never lived in my life, that I can experience you in a different kind of way. And for me, when I think of why am I a good steward of my money, why am I investing more of my money, why am I not wasting my money on things that I used to waste anymore, it's because I want to experience more of God in a different way. And I get excited about that, knowing in 5 years I'm going to live in Dubai for a year. And knowing that my investments will provide that lifestyle for me. Not me having to work a 9 to 5 and then quit my 9 to 5 and go with it. Like, this business is an investment that to where I'll be able to fly back, you know, once a quarter and knock out shows with my team, but then trust my team with the building and running the business over here to where they can make money. But I'm curious for you and for those watching, how does investing, trading align with our long-term financial goals?
I'm smiling so much because this reminds me of in Hebrews where it says faith is the substance of things hoped for. And for me, I was not hoping for anything. And God really convicted me of that. And as I hear you speak, this is what you're hoping for.
Absolutely.
So this is what you have to have faith for.
Yes.
Right? And this is where God can show up in your life. So that's so amazing.
Love it.
With my estate plan,
Okay.
not half, but a certain percentage of my account will go towards education of anybody in our family line. Because I don't have kids yet.
Yeah.
Anyone Ijeoma line, my dad's side, or my mom's side, cousins, nieces, nephews, can go to college, and that account will fund them.
Wow.
And it's through investing. Like that, it's like its own fund or whatever they call it, right?
Yeah.
So it will be self-sustaining, and it allows all of our descendants, my whole line, to get educated. Another portion of that, there is a portion of it for each piece of my line. So for example, my dad, who can pay for, there's 10 of us. I don't know if did you ever know that? I have 10
Yeah,
brothers
yeah,
and
10.
sisters.
You know, my dad has 17.
I don't know, the daddies. I'll do that to you if you
No, I ain't doing that. No, we may not even have one. Lord Jesus.
So my dad, he has a fund, and the investments actually will pay for him for the rest of his life and the rest of the kids' life.
Wow.